Well, I'd like to take less than 3 minutes to give you a quick update on some bizarre regulation that came through in Canada on proxy advisory firms. Now remember, shareholders are busy people. They don't attend the shareholders meetings of the public companies they invest in, and many of them delegate these responsibilities to their portfolio manager anyway, pension funds, mutual funds, and portfolio managers. Now, this consultation paper that came out by the regulator is proposing to regulate what's called a proxy advisory firm. Caught our interest. We're wondering why somebody who gives advice would need to be regulated. And it looks like it was spurred forward by public companies and certainly supported and echoed. Loblaws wrote a supporting letter to the concept of this regulation. Well, what's happening in Canada by the looks of it is most portfolio managers are outsourcing their research on proxy voting, which is the voting at the annual shareholders meeting, voting on what management can or can't do in the year to come on important issues, and outsourcing this to one of two companies, and they're US-based companies, Lewis & Glass and Institutional Shareholder Services, which is owned by Morgan Stanley. And the concern is that if the proxy voting in Canada is being outsourced to basically two firms, then those firms have a large amount of power, and the question is are the portfolio managers that are outsourcing for proxy advice gaining it in an unbiased, transparent, and accurate manner? Very good question. At Qube Investment Management, we think the real issue is the outsourcing of the advice. Why is a portfolio manager who's supposed to be stewarding the investment on behalf of their clients outsourcing something as important as researching the decisions to be made at the annual shareholders meeting? If they are outsourcing it, then certainly we support regulation that would require disclosure, transparency, and vetting of conflicts of interest. We think the real issue is the outsourcing, but we also think the real issue is corporate governance in general. We think that a revamp, making sure that the rights and privileges of shareholders are protected, and certainly in corporate governance, there's lots of room for improvement in Canada. I'm Ian Quigley. I'm from Qube Investment Management in Edmonton, Alberta.